Understanding the age criteria for different migration programs might help you better plan your immigration journey if you're thinking about relocating to Australia but are uncertain about the age requirements for skilled migration. We will discuss the age requirements for the main Australian visas in 2024 in this video, together with the 4 exemptions and options available to immigrants who are over 45. This video is sponsored by Finance for Immigrants. If you're an immigrant living in Australia and unsure about your financial future, I have something valuable to share. Finance for Immigrants is offering a free 60-minute webinar hosted by Phil, a financial planner and accountant based in Sydney. During the webinar, Phil will go over the 3 key areas for achieving financial success in Australia, designed specifically for immigrants. Plus, you can access his free budget guide and get a copy of the 3-part financial plan framework by clicking the link in the description to help you take control of your financial journey. The webinar is completely free and will be held on the 5th of September at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. It will be delivered in English, and there are only 30 spots available, so make sure to register quickly. If you can't make it, or if the spots fill up, just click the link in the description to register for a future session. Age restrictions for popular Australian visas. Here are the age restrictions for popular Australian temporary and permanent visas in 2024. 1. General skilled migration visas. The minimum age needed to apply for a general skilled migration visa is 45, and among these are the Subclass 491 Skilled Work Regional Provisional Visa, Subclass 190 Skilled Nominated Visa, and Subclass 189 Skilled Independent Visa. These visas do not have any exceptions, and even if you have already filed your expression of interest and are awaiting an invitation, it will immediately expire upon turning 45. 2. Employer migration visas. The age requirements for employer migration visas can vary. For instance, the Subclass 482 has age restrictions that may affect your ability to apply for the Subclass 186 Employer Nomination Scheme visa in the future. Generally speaking, unless you satisfy specific requirements, getting a permanent employer visa might be difficult if you are over 45. Certain categories of people are excluded from this rule, including certain citizens of New Zealand, medical professionals, academic staff, researchers, scientists, and those on Subclass 482 visas who have been sponsored for a minimum of 3 years and fulfill the high-income criteria. These exemptions also applies to the Subclass 494 Skilled Employer-Sponsored Regional Provisional Visa, which is a temporary visa with a 45-year age restriction. 3. Temporary Graduate Visa. The Subclass 485 Temporary Graduate Visa has a new age restriction of 35 years or less for both the graduate workstream and the post-study workstream, according to an announcement made by the Australian government earlier this year. As long as they are under 50, Hong Kong residents and holders of British national overseas passports are still eligible to apply. 4. Student Visa Subclass 500. Regarding the Student Visa Subclass 500, there is no maximum age. Nevertheless, the application procedure may take your age into account. For example, you may need to submit supporting paperwork, such as job history or details about any further schooling you may have completed while on a break, if you are over 40 and applying for a student visa. Options for migrants over 45. If you're over 45, your options under the Skilled Migration Program are limited. However, some options and exemptions include 1. Employer-sponsored temporary visa. One of the best choices for immigrants over 45 seeking permanent residency in Australia is the employer-sponsored temporary visa, which is somewhat comparable to the permanent employer-sponsored visa Subclass 186. This particular visa type is intended for skilled individuals who want to support Australian industries and labor-scarce sectors. Unlike the permanent employer-sponsored visa, which has an age restriction of 45, the employer-sponsored temporary visa has no age restriction. 2. Partner visa. If you're over 45, you can apply for the Australia Partner Visa if your spouse or de facto partner is a PR holder or an Australian citizen. That is to say, your ability to apply for PR will not be hampered by the fact that you are older than the Australian permanent residency threshold. Permanent Subclass 801 visas can be obtained at any time by upgrading from temporary Subclass 820 visas. 3. Australia Business Visa. Apply for a business visa if you want to launch a company in Australia and you are over 45 but under 55, as long as the anticipated business or investment contribution offers a remarkable economic advantage to the state or territory of intended immigration. 4. Distinguished Talent Visa. After 45, you can apply for permanent residence in Australia if you have made outstanding academic, professional, or research achievements. A relevant Australian organization in your field of interest must recommend you for this visa, and the organization must demonstrate the economic, social, and cultural advantages your knowledge will bring to Australia. That will be all in this video. Please share your opinions with us in the comments area. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and enable the notification bell to receive updates on job and immigration news. Thanks for watching.